Welcome back, guys. This is part 3 of our retro handheld gaming series. Today we've got the Miyoo Mini Plus, and we're going to be testing out a few of the most popular games, but also we've got the others lined up for a comparison in the next few days. So subscribe, stay tuned, and let's get playing. All right, guys. So we're going to start off with the very famous Pokemon Emerald. But if you want to see a specific game that we have listed in the description, just check out the timestamps we have there down in the description. And let's get started. Just get the screen wiped there. We got some cream on it. This is my all-time favorite Pokemon game. I think just out of pure time spent on this, as mentioned in the other videos. So every time I see this, it gives me a little flutter in my heart. Tom. See, buttons are pretty responsive. Feels like a Game Boy. Maybe a little more raised than the Game Boy Advance, if that's what you guys played on. But overall, the buttons feel just as clicky, and even the L and R buttons do it too. It's got the start button and everything the same way. Let's get this. Inside the truck. Pokemon World knows how to ride. Get that clock. Sick room, bro. Gotta step up the decor though. Yeah, so go visit the daughter in her room. That's the best. That's the best outcome, right? That's the best way to introduce yourself. The idyllic world of Pokemon. Hello. It sounds great. Very accurate. So if that's what we're looking for, compared to the Game Boy, it also gets really loud. So course, I want a Blaziken in the end. Good job, Torchic. UI is cool. You can kind of see a green line there on the side with every button press. So this is about 50%, and it's very loud. I think if I get it up to 100, you'd probably annoy everyone in the room with me. Put it down to 50. There we go. I think we'll play up till our first little battle there. We battled May, and that's it. Runs just fine. It's not too intensive. The other games we'll play, you might see just how far this console can go. Oops. Oh great. Shows him making my better. Hope my head's not blocking the camera. Alright, I don't think we battle May until later in the game. Nice and simple. Scratch. There's some damage. That's it. We'll call it quits there. Now, one thing we did notice is that the Miyoo doesn't really have save files, because when you do try to save, it'll end up corrupting or saying that it doesn't have the right memory or something like that. So you just do it like you do for the rest of the Miyoo games. You kind of just hit that game. Oh, hit the back button and it should take you right out. Hold it down. Oh, until it buzzes. Didn't hold it long enough there that first time. Now we're back at the game select. So on to the next game. Here we go. Here's our Pokemon White save file. Same thing as Pokemon Black. You'll notice it's got both screens. Since it is a DS console, never really expected this to be able to handle it, but kind of has a little compromise, but it works out. Small screen there. Most of the time on Pokemon, you don't end up needing that bottom screen, but there definitely are a lot of moments in Pokemon Black, White onwards where that bottom screen becomes part of the gameplay for those mini games and such. Oh, also for battle. But in terms of this is how it looks. I feel like the frame rate isn't the highest, but it's pretty good. And you can hear it whenever it clips out in the audio too. Brick found a potion. Now, there are ways to change which screen you're looking at. I don't know if it's right, left. Ah, here we are. So you can switch between bottom screen and top screen with just the R2 button there. think there might be a way to... Alright. There is a way to use the stylus, but it's slow, as you can see, that little yellow dot moving around there. Now let's move that too. Can you hear the audio clipping whenever the frame drops? That's what I was talking about. So as you can see, the select menu is over here, which I guess can be a little annoying, but not really. If you want a DS type experience, you're probably going to have to end up getting a DS with an R4, or just getting one of those dual screen emulated handhelds. A, Y, and 4 looks pretty cool. Back to select. If I haven't mentioned it already, we're comparing these with 3 other really popular consoles, so if you want to check out that video when it comes out, just subscribe, and it should be up within a week. Got some pretty good competition here. Nice, we got Ember. Let's go. I'm unstoppable now. Pack rat. There we go. Well, as you can see, works pretty well. Over. Dude, you just jumped off the cliff. Why can't I do that? Sniffing me now. So can you see that? It kind of has a slightly lower frame rate, but it's very usable. It's just the audio there. Don't know why it really clips out like that. Maybe it has something to do with the overall processing. Alright, working all well. Love how 3D this thing got. Blew my mind when I was playing Pokemon Emerald for years before this. Never got all the new games. I just got them once a friend would give me the game, or when I eventually was given an R4 by somebody. It wasn't until well into my teens. Look good to you guys? Comment down below. Let's get on to the next game. Wow. I'd say this is very, very smooth and playable, but there is what feels like a lower frame rate than DS. I can't tell how much lower, maybe 1 or 2 frames lower, but it's good. No, it's very fast. It's just ever so slight emulation frame rate drop, but it's good. One thing I don't like about the emulation on this, specifically the mode in our main comparison, probably is the fact that there's only a 2-screen mode where it's either one small screen and one big screen, or it's just one of the screens. So I wouldn't say it's the best. I think this game is what led me to my obsession with Mario Kart 7. Play that every single gathering. There we go. That's a full game. Nice and smooth. Audio is good. Clean overall. Let's go to the next game. Guess I didn't need that. Oh, nice, we got a save file going. Come on, that was way too close. That's nice. This has got to be better than the original game itself. It plays so fast. No issues. Headshot, super effective. If you want the best audio though, I do recommend this because there's no way you're playing PlayStation without without proper speakers. This has got one speaker here. It's decent for GBA and older consoles, but when you're getting to the, I guess, 32-bit and beyond for audio, it's different. Let's try something from PS1, I think it was. It's cool having such an HD display on such a small device. It just doesn't feel right, but I think it's because we're used to what we had as kids, the Game Boy pixelation. Tomb Raider. PlayStation. So cool having such a small HD display. Feels like I'm playing on a Game Boy, but in some weird future. I guess we are in that weird future. Start. There we go. When we went from, let's say, triangles to something a little more smooth. That was probably analog stick, but this is D-pad.
After that grueling business last year, I decided to build this assault course to hone my skills and learn some new ones. No, that's not right. You need to press jump and forward together for me to clear the gap. Run back to the start and try again.
Now this is going to be very weird. Trying to play on analog stick will not work that easily. You know, it's not that bad, but I'm sure that it'll be way better if you have an emulator like the R36 with the analog buttons there, like that. Yeah, this is really not working. Imagine having to get around like this.
No, that's not right. You need to press jump and forward. For bigger gaps, I'll need to do a running jump. Back to the start. For bigger gaps, I'll need to do a running jump. Back to the start.
That's not working. Cancel that. This isn't very good. So I wouldn't recommend that. So after taking some time to explore and realizing, not really realizing, but knowing that Tomb Raider really isn't well suited for this, I think it's the processing or something like that, but it really doesn't work well with the D-pad and trying to press buttons at the same time. Only sometimes is it responsive, and other times it's just doesn't work at all. trying to move around. There's a little bit of a delay. Frame rate kind of drops. Not terrible, but trying to get out of these pits just makes it almost unplayable. Not sure if that was an original game mechanic. Low frame rate. And as for God of War, like the other comparisons, we can't really do it because this does not emulate PSP. So thanks for watching this one. Don't forget to subscribe. We're going to do a comparison of all 4 of these very soon.